think you are at war with right now? Who in your life, if I say, who are you struggling with right now? What names come to mind? And what I want to propose to you is they're probably the wrong names, but let's just go down their quick list, okay? First, you may say, you know who I'm at war with? My wife. And if you are, I can understand how you might feel that way. The lady you sleep with maybe you think is your number one enemy right now. Or your children. You may have several children and man, a couple of them are doing fine, but that one, you could just, I get that. I have 5 sons, I can relate. Or you may say, no man, my struggle right now is with my boss. My boss is driving me crazy and I can't stand her or him. And maybe you think that's your number one challenge, or it's the government, or it's whoever. I don't know who it is, but I'll bet you that if I say, who are you struggling with right now? Somebody comes to mind. There's a picture in your head. And what I want to propose to you is that's not your real enemy. See, as a dad, we talked about being on a battle footing, being battle ready. And we often think that our battles are with other people. And I want to propose to you that they're not. In fact, I want to read from you Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Our battle, yours and mine as a dad, is not with flesh and blood. But let's break apart a couple quick examples. You may say, no, my battle is with my wife. She is really critical. Well, that's a spirit in her heart of being critical. Maybe she's focused on the negative because Satan is tempting her to focus on the negative. Or you think, no, my battle is with my kids. My second oldest child is just disrespectful all the time. Well, that's the spirit of Satan at work in her heart and probably tempting you to become way too angry about it. Or maybe it's with your boss. And you think, man, this guy is just totally controlling and enough is never enough with him. There's just no pleasing this boss. That's a spirit in your boss of being hypercritical and probably a spirit in your heart of being entitled. So we've got to break this down and we've got to realize that the people in these equations are not our enemy. I'm 50 years old, just turned 50, and thank you for virtually wishing me a happy birthday, belated through the video. What I've realized over 50 years of living is I've had hundreds of moments of conflict. And I'll bet you the vast majority of them, I was not properly sizing up the actual enemy. I thought the enemy was what he said, what she did, what they didn't do, what they didn't give me, what they did give me. And those were the things I thought those weren't the enemy. The enemy is somebody else entirely. And that's the devil who wants to tempt us to break these relationships, to be hypercritical, to be overly focused on what we don't have. And that's how that can break down. And as a dad, this can happen every single day in your home. If we're not careful, we can identify the wrong enemy. So this week in our mission, we're gonna try to break that down and solve for this equation of who really is our number one enemy. So we talked this week about who you think you are at war with. And I want you to do a very simple exercise, and that is make a list. Now, you may have a lot of people to put on this list, and that's okay. You can write them all down. You may only have 1 or 2, but I want you to write down the names of the people you think you're currently at war with. It may be like a Cold War where you've been at war with them for 5 years or 10 years and you're not really talking to them, but there's a battle going on. Or it may be a daily out loud war and it's your teenage 15-year-old son who's just driving you crazy. I don't know who it is. And I don't know how many there are, but I'll bet you can put somebody on this list. So I would love for you to just write it down, because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take those people and we're going to repent of being at war with them, and we're going to pray for them. That is your mission this week. Whoever you believe you are at war with, I want you to write them down. I want you to see their names in black and white. And then I want you to repent of that battle insofar as you have a piece to play in it. And then I want you to pray for those people. And we're gonna do this together, you and I, because you are not a father on accident. So go be a father on purpose.